Caro, Cabo family, and welcome to Monday mornings with Iya Funlayo. Let us know you're back with us this morning. It was so good to see you yesterday, and you know we're ready to get our Monday motivation to get us started through the week. Galiam, good morning, blessings to you. Asia, good to see you back with us this morning. Oshu Wemi Momi Caro, good to see you. My sister, Reverend Dr. Rhonda, blessings and more blessings. Angela, blessings to you. Kay Amari, good morning. Blessings, Iya Funlayo, Carol, Tisha, Ogbato, Asore, Wadi Wofun, Brother John in the Boogie Down Bronx, blessings to you. Good morning, welcome back. Elfin, good morning, welcome back. Aramisa, good to see you. Ogbato, Asore, Wadi Wofun. Ekaro, Ekabo, and welcome into Monday morning where we're getting this motivation to get started through our week. As I say each and every time we come together, if you are listening to the sound of my voice right now, I need you to give thanks and praise. I need you to be happy and glad in your spirit, because that means that you have made it through to another day, to another chance to get it right, to another chance to move towards your destiny. And you know we are always thrilled about that. Blessings, Kashia, good to see you back with us. Bliss, good morning, Ogbato. Queen of Forces, blessings and more blessings to you. Ifashina, Keko, Mi, Ogbato, Asore, Wari, Wofu, Auntie Franita, Laura, bonjour, blessings. My camera is doing a little something weird right now, but they're trying to give y'all a little ethereal effect. Teresa, blessings to you. Anna, good morning. That's spirit with the special effects coming through. We're so grateful to be together, as always, in the land of the living. We give thanks to still be here on this Monday morning. There are people who did not make it into this day with us. And so we know that every moment that we get to be here, every moment that we get to be breathing and be communing with one another is another moment to get it right, is another moment to feel good, another moment to claim joy, another moment to claim ease, another moment to claim all of the goodness that is ours. We give thanks. You know how we get started on our Mondays, by giving honor to our Ori. So we will say our chants and we will invite ourselves into a new week, into another moment of getting it right. We know that everything that we need, Ifa tells us that whatever it is that we need, whether it's a house, a spouse, or that money, we have to ask our Ori, and we know that it is Ori that we honor before any other divinity. Ifa tells us that we would rather throw all other shrines away. We will rather discard everything that we have before we discard our heads, Marcella. Don't do it. Auntie Kamara, don't throw your head away. Timil, good morning. Don't throw your head away. Yes, we're ethereal. We got special effects this morning. Queen Leia, good to see you. Blessings. Ayo, listen, you got to go with the flow on Ogun's internet, all right? Bliss, yes, we are calling on Ori to Bawashe. We're calling on Ori to help us. Diana, blessings. Shalom, blessings. Good morning to you. Touch your head or your stomach or your feet, whichever seat of your Ori needs the attention this morning. Come on and let's get it. As we say our chant from Otura Ogbe. Kajini kutu kutu. Kamomu huni pinko pin. Difa fono lomo ajibare pade lola. Emi ni mo jini kutu kutu ti mo mu huni pinko pin. Emi ni mo ba aje ati irelo ni ati lola. Emi ni mo jini kutu kutu ti mo mu huni pinko pin. Emi ni mo ba aje ati okiki re loni ati lola. Ashe, 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 ashe. We know that means that when we wake up early in the morning and we give honor to our path of destiny, it is those who do that. Hey, look, we gave honor to Oriya and look what happens. Hey, we get clarity. We get crystal clarity. It says that it is those who give honor to their path of destiny, who will meet with all good things, not only today, but also tomorrow. It says, Emini, I am the one. Adeshina, I am the one. Ekaro, I am the one. Yes, who wakes up early in the morning and gives honor to my path of destiny. And therefore, I am the one who's going to meet with all manners of good things. I'm going to meet with health. I'm going to meet with wealth. I'm going to meet with Okiki Re, the recognition of my people. Not only today, but also tomorrow. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Remember that the work that we do today is not only for today, but it is also for tomorrow. It is also for the next tomorrow. It is also for the next tomorrow. So please do your work. Do the things that will keep you in alignment, and know that you are making an investment in your future. When you do that, you are making an investment in future you. Present you is doing something good for future you. And we give thanks for the present us that is doing something good for the future us. The us from yesterday, if you were not with us on yesterday, you already know I'm going to tell you to go back and check out the replay. But very briefly, Ambi, good morning, very briefly, the story spoke about a time, it talked about the beginnings of the Egungun masquerade, and there are actually several stories, as we know happens in Ifa. There are several different stories about the origins, but one of the stories says that there was a woman whose husband passed away and that she buried him far from the house. Said that things began to go badly in the lives of her and her children, and when she went to consult, it turned out that he needed to be exhumed. The body needed to be exhumed and brought back to the house. Brought back to the house with a parade. Brought back to the house wrapped in cloth. Brought back to the house with fanfare. And when they went and they did that, they exhumed what was left, which was just the bones. Because we know it's ashes to ashes, dust to dust. When the natural processes are allowed to happen, all that will be left is the bones. And so they brought the bones back to their homestead. They wrapped them in the cloth as they were instructed. They paraded through the streets and had fanfare as they were instructed. They reburied the bones at the homestead as they were instructed. And that brought all of the blessings back to the house. And so our statement for the week was that we are keeping our ancestors close. I keep my ancestors close. I keep my ancestors close. You're welcome to drop that if you're feeling it this morning. And you know, I always say when we drop it in the chat, I also want you to say it, right? To vibrate your eardrums, to hear yourself say, I keep my ancestors close. And what does it mean to keep our ancestors close? This is why we create spaces for them to say, you are still a part of the family. You still have space in my home. This is why we continue to feed and put food out and offerings and drink and the things that we know that they liked, because we are saying that you are still a part of us. You are still a part of the family. You are still a part of everything that is going on here on earth, even as you have ascended into the ancestral realm. It says, I recognize that I'm a part of you, that I am the first altar to you with my DNA. It says, right, that I recognize that we are still connected and together, even despite transitioning into the new realm. Come on, Marcella. Every day they're with us. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Y'all know mine is with me. So I give thanks. I give thanks. In every moment for all of their blessings. I give thanks for all of the good people that they bring. I give thanks for all of the good things. And when we talk to the ancestors, we tap the ground. Why? Because Ifa tells us that ultimately all of us will sleep in the earth. All of us will sleep in the bosom of Ileo Geria Foko, Yeri Amuni Muni Abeni Ade, that they are down in the earth, and we tap and we stomp and we wake them up and we invite them to Ji. We say Egungun Jio, Egungun Ji, Egungun. Ancestors, wake up. Come and be with us. We pray that our ancestors never sleep a forgetful sleep as long as we're on the earth. As long as they have descendants here, they should never sleep. Listen, let me tell you something. I always have to add a little something to the lesson. The thing I'm going to add to the lesson today, and I've said this before, that we don't say rest in peace amongst the Yoruba. We don't say that. No, we say stay awake. We want our ancestors to stay awake. We want them to stay awake as long as we are here. We want them to stay awake and continue to work with us. We want them to stay awake and continue to watch over us. Only confidence. I love it. Yes, the ancestors are walking with you. They're not asleep. They not asleep. Like when all is said and done and when all their descendants have gone, then they can elevate to the next level of the spiritual realm. But right now, we want them awake. We want them alive. We want them working with us, right? We don't want them sleeping. We want them to be awake. And so we tap the ground and we stomp our feet and we ask for them to wake up. Come on, Shumhemimo, please, stay awake. Continue to walk with me as long as I'm here. Stay awake. Continue to walk with me. Continue to bring me blessings. We need you. Ashe. Listen, we give thanks. We give thanks. We're grateful for them staying awake. We're grateful for them continuing to walk with us. And know that whatever you have, you don't have to have an altar. You don't have to have any material things. Know, of course, that everything that we do materially is a reflection of the spirit. Good morning, divine blessings to you. Welcome back. It's a reflection of the spirit. And so we stomp our feet, we clap our hands. That's all we need. That's all we had, especially our ancestors here. Our hoodoos. Blessings to you, Io, lifting up the spirit of your friend. Our hoodoo ancestors, they couldn't bring the sticks with them. They couldn't bring any of the things that they had. And what did they have? They had their feet. They had that stomp and clap to continue to commune with the ancestors. So know that if you don't have an altar, if you don't have a stick, if you don't have anything else, if you have your body, give a good stomp and clap. Go and stand out by a tree and clap your hands and ask your ancestors to wake up. Put your feet on the ground and on the earth. Stomp your feet down on the ground and ask them to wake up. Ask them to come and be with you. Ask them to continue to walk with you. Ask them to continue to bless you. Ask them to continue to bring prosperity. Ask them to do all of the good things for you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Yes, indeed, Bliss. The drum was banned, but we still had our hands and our feet and our mouths to sing, to wail and moan. All of these things are the ways that we call on spirit. Come on, I talked about moaning and Cashapp come through with the lamentations. Yes, right? All of that, our laughter is holy, our mouths, everything that we do with our bodies. And so we give thanks. And we say that we are going to keep our ancestors close. And we pray for them to be close now as we pull forth the message for the week to see how we are going to move together through this week. See what energy spirit has for us in this week. All of Dumare, ancestors, Orisha, all divine beings. We call on you this morning to be with us and to touch us as we pull forth a message for the week for the Ashe Ire family. What is the energy that we need to be walking with this week? What is the energy that is being pulled forth to help us be productive, to help us be restful, to help us be joyful, to help us be all that we need to be this week, to connect with ourselves and to be successful and joyful? What is our message? What is our message? Okay, there must be a special one. They got me shuffling a lot. What do we have? Two worlds. Two worlds. Two worlds is what is coming for us this week. This is from the Chalks of Kikongo deck by my dear sister, Priestess Sharifa. Congratulations to her on her art opening. I'll be up with her on Thursday in Philly and prayerfully with some of you doing an Ori rejuvenation ritual. It's going to be a beautiful time. Two worlds. The message says, as above, so below. Separated by the Kalunga line, the world of the living and the world of the spirits interdependently coexist. What is done in the world of the living is too done in the world of the spirits, and vice versa. What you experience and witness in your life is a reflection of your existence within the ethereal. To maintain harmony and balance, tend to both your spiritual and living being. Tend to both your spiritual and living being. One more time. Tend to both your spiritual and living being. Don't be like them folks that the ancestors would say are too up in the sky, too spiritual to be any earthly good. Y'all ever heard that phrase? That folks is too woo 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 to be good here on earth. This is big temperance card energy from my tarot hoodoos, right? One foot gotta be on the land, both feet can't be in the water or we float away, right? So we have to pay just as much attention. We have to pay just as much attention. We have to pay just as much attention to the living realm as we pay to the spiritual. Don't be so up in the sky, right, that you're not able to do what you need to do on earth. All right. Don't be so busy praying that you're not producing what you need to produce to move yourself forward in your life. Right. It's important. Yes, you've got to be two-headed. You got to be able, right, to build it up and break it down, right? To build it up and break it down, to pray on it and then get up off your knees and go do it. Right. Only confidence. We don't want to be too heavenly minded to be any earthly good. So we have to keep those things balanced. So whichever one you need to balance this week, if you've been too much in the practical realm and only thinking about what makes sense and not connecting to your spirit, then they're saying that it's important for you to tend to your spirit this week. And if you've been too busy tending spirit, lighting candles, jumping up and down and clapping and turning around and not doing other work that you need to be doing, they saying, all right, now we can only help you do it. We can't do it for you. We can only help. So get busy, right? Get yourself together. Make sure that you're doing the work on both sides. Some other messages that come here. It says the change you seek in your life may require spiritual work. It is the synergy of the two worlds, the living realm and the spirit realm, from which vertical motion, right, that creates the crossroads, right? So Kalunga, along with the vertical motion, right, creates that crossroads. That's where that motion flows. Be mindful of illusions. Be mindful of illusions. Make sure you aren't deceiving yourself or allowing others to deceive you. Be sure as well that you are not being the deceptive one. That you are not being the deceptive one. Be sure that you are not being the deceptive one. Maintain balance. Don't neglect one plane over the other. So again, don't be so spiritual that you can't do your work, and don't be so in the work that you're not asking spirit to come in and help you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Couple of questions. How do you recognize your worldly issues as spiritual matters? How do you recognize when you do need to go and connect with spirit? How do you recognize when you've done all you can do and now you need some more insight, as the woman in the story that we just heard, right? Things were not going well for her. Things were not going well for her children. She tried some things, and then what did she do? She went to the elders. And then what did they do? They recommended her to the diviners. This is the job of our elders. Understand that the elder is not going to do everything for you, right? When we talk about even godparents, the godparent doesn't have to do everything, but what their responsibility is to do is to connect you to what you need to get whatever it is done, right? Just like our parents. Our parents don't do everything for us, but they facilitate and make sure that everything gets done. They send us to school. They send us and take us to doctors. They take us to activities. They don't do everything. They're not the teacher, the doctor, the football coach, the tutor. They're not all of those things, but they make sure that we get all of those things. And so for those of us too who are in spiritual leadership, I want us to understand and remember that we are guides. Thank you, Ambi, for that word. We are guides. We don't have to know everything. We don't have to do everything. We just have to know where to connect our people to get everything that they need. So don't take it on and feel like you have to do everything. Angela, I see your question. What if there are no elders? There are always elders, baby. You may not be connected to them, but as long as there are people who are older than you on this earth or with more experience, right? Because it may not always be your direct elders, your parents or grandparents, or even people who are older than you, but people who may be more experienced than you in particular practices. Those people you can consider your elders, those who you trust, right? Those who have the experience. And so, right, seeking guidance, but there's always guidance. There's always guidance when we humble ourselves to seek it. And when we call it in, and when we ask and say, I am opening myself up to guidance. It is said that when we are ready, our teachers appear. When we are ready, the things that we need appear. And so I pray for all of us who are in search, who are in desire of connecting with those who can help to guide us, that the right ones appear, and that we are able to use our ori and our discernment to make sure that we follow our spirit with regard to how much to follow and how much to come back into ourselves, right? But guidance is always there. It just may take us a moment to connect with it. And I understand that can be challenging. But very much important to seek guidance and, right, to elevate the guidance when we recognize that it's going to take more than what we have. I'm not ever afraid to say, listen, this is above my pay grade. Let me take you to my Baba. Let me take you to my Iya. Let me send you over here. Let me send you to Priestess Sharifa. Let me send you to Dr. Latoya. Let me send you somewhere, right, else, because the particular tool you need in this moment is not my ministry. So this is also why it's important for spiritualists to have community and to actively work to build community, because we cannot do it all. Even the Virgos, even the children of Obatalash, right? We cannot do it all. So we have to build and cultivate. One of the things I spoke on the Aligned Living podcast with Dr. Latoya the other day. Beautiful, beautiful discussion. Thank you to those of you who were present with us. And we talked about this aspect of seeking and this aspect of opening ourselves and being willing to go where the blessings are. Remember that ori of the feet is intended to carry us to where our blessings are, and that if we are determined in our journey, we are going to find what we seek. If we are determined, if we move ourselves, if we are willing to move ourselves to where we need to go. Case in point, right now in the studio with me beautifully is one of my goddaughters who came all the way from the UK to come and get these blessings at Ile Ashe Ire, So we have to be willing to go to where the blessings are. It's not always easy. It's not always next door. It's not always our mama or our auntie or somebody who's directly connected to us. But Spirit brings. Spirit brings, especially if we are willing to do what we need to do in the spiritual realm as well as on earth, right? 2 worlds. One more question. How can you be, this is important. How can you be more genuine and your authentic self in all spaces? How can you be more genuine and your authentic self in all spaces? Now, that's an interesting question, coming in from talking about 2 worlds, coming in from talking about tending to the spirit and tending to the practical and to the life. Some of us, and I'm gonna convict myself when I say this, some of us have a particular idea of what it means to be spiritual, how it's supposed to look, how we're supposed to act, how we're supposed to carry ourselves and say, I love you, everybody. Right? Like we think it has to look a certain way. We think it got to sound a certain way. And so we be putting on some airs, right? We be putting on some airs. And I had to recognize when I was doing it, and it's the baby spiritualists, we all go through this process where we feel like we got to be a certain way. That's why I don't know if you've seen the memes. Y'all know I love my memes. Y'all know I love my pop culture. There's a meme going around, right? That's 2 pictures. The top one says new spiritualists, and it's got like the crystals and the cards and the bindies and all of these things and the incense and the da-da-da-da-da. And then the bottom one says old spiritualists, experienced spiritualists, and it's a cup of coffee and a cigarette. Right? And so what is that? I'm not encouraging smoking, right? We want to keep our lungs fresh. But what the message is, right, is that you ain't got to look all woo, woo, woo. It ain't got to look a certain way. You ain't got to have 50,000 crystals and 50,000 elekes and burn all the incense and, let every word out of your mouth be it ain't got to be all that. You know what I'm saying? That you can be you. You can be who you are, right? You can relax. You can talk regular. You know what I'm saying? If you from Harlem, you can be from Harlem. If you from Memphis, you can say a little Memphis slang. If you from Oakland, you could, do what it do out there and your hellas and all of that, right? You can be you, right? You could be you and still be spiritual. It ain't gotta be all in the roo, right? And so that is a part of, are you bringing your authentic self to this, or are you pretending to be something else that you think you need to be in order to be considered spiritual, right? Are you being someone else? Are you not staying grounded in who you really are? Are you not being grounded in who you really are? Are you not connecting to yourself, right? Chris, look, I need my crystals too. Y'all know I'm talking, but I got like about a bunch on. I had to put myself in crystal rehab because I got so many, so I understand, but you understand what I'm saying, right? That we could be us. We could be regular. We could be cool. And that's, that's why Spirit brings me to do that. That like, look, it don't gotta be, when we tell the stories, we don't have to tell the story with the same exact words that were used to tell the story to us. We can tell it in a way, right, that it connects to our community, right? We can tell it in a way that our people are really going to understand. We can tell it in a way that utilizes the language that connects to us, and that's okay, right? We have the ability to do that. So Ask yourself this week, how can I be authentic? Because let me tell you something, the more authentic you are, the more you show spirit the real you. I mean, they see the real you, but the more that you are able to be the real you, the more blessings you're actually going to get, the more you're going to be connected in when you are comfortable. And trust me, listen, I understand it's not your fault, right? When we feel like we have to behave a certain way, because many of us have been told that or taught that or had that drilled into us, particularly depending on the backgrounds. We've been told what's proper for particular environments, and your dress got to be this long and your lipstick got to be this color, if you're even allowed to wear lipstick and earrings, and all of these things. And don't get me wrong, it's important to follow protocol for spaces. So don't go in there saying, well, Iya Funlayo said I could just wild out and just do whatever up in here. Don't do that. Don't do that, because that's not what I'm saying, right? But I'm saying bring your authentic self and be who you are, and don't feel like you have to perform and be somebody else in order to be considered spiritual. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So we're going to take those questions into the week with us, and let's see what crystal ally is going to be walking with us talking about crystals, right? Crystals, I didn't mean it, babies. I didn't mean it. I love y'all. I didn't mean it. The crystal ally that we're going to take into the week with us. Let's see what the crystal ally is we're going to take into the week with us. Spirit, spirit, spirit. What is our crystal ally for the week? I didn't mean it, y'all. Y'all come on and help us this week. We need you. We all the things. I need all my things. Hematite. Okay, of course, this makes sense. I gave 2 Ogun shrines this weekend, so hematite is all up in the building. One of Ogun's crystals. Connecting in with that grounded energy, connecting in with getting back to the earth. Practicality. Practicality. We just talked about that. Practicality, right? Not being all up in the sky, but remembering the practical as well. Practicality, hematite. It says you are so much more than your thoughts and feelings. You have a body to care for and a soul with a unique purpose. Hematite is here to remind you that you are a light being with a body that deserves to be honored and nourished. A body designed by the conscious universe to be in a world of sensations, from the smell of pine trees and rain to the feel of tree bark under your fingertips. You are one with the earth and her creatures. Ground yourself there to feel a sense of well-being and relief from stress. Hold a furry creature and feel warm softness. Seek out physical affection, a massage, or a body work. And if you can, walk outdoors in nature, feeling the sensations of the earth against your skin. Your scattered thoughts and turbulent emotions will calm down, and you will soon remember the beauty of your body in the world of the senses. Come on. Could I have even picked that better? I couldn't have picked that better if I had tried. This is talking about balance, right? That's exactly what this is talking about. Don't be so in your head, in your emotions, in the spirit, that you leave your body out of it. Yes, Ambi, thank you. Connect with that root chakra, that thing that connects you to the earth, that connects you to your physical body, that connects you to other people. Right? And remember that all that we do, everything that we do is sacred. Everything that we do is connected to spirit. There is no separation between us and spirit, no matter where we are or what we're doing. Everything that we do can be spiritual. That was one thing I appreciated so much when during my time living in Nigeria, was this idea that, we could be at the bar. I could be at the bar with the priest and we could be drinking wine and beer and having a good time and whatever. And all of a sudden somebody would say, Ofererenji, Ofererenji. And that was the call to attention that we're about to start chanting Ifa. And the priest would begin to chant Ifa, and we would begin to chant verses around the table. And this was actually one of the ways that training happened. It didn't happen with books, right? It didn't happen with sitting with papers and writing things down. It happened around these tables of celebration when we would begin to chant the verses together, and one person would chant the verse and everybody would repeat it. And right, and then we go around in that fashion, and whatever each person knew, they were able to add and contribute. And so it's important to know that we don't have to be in any special space. We certainly don't have to be, listen, sometimes people be asking me this, and y'all have heard me say this before, and let me reiterate on this Monday morning that we are not prudes. We are not nuns or monks, right? There's no celibacy in our traditions. African spirituality recognizes the necessity of the physical, right? So we don't deprive our bodies. Yes, we may have moments when we abstain from certain things, or moments when we fast, or moments when we do this or that. But as a general principle, oh baby, we are connected to our bodies, okay? We are eating, we are connecting physically with one another. We are doing these things. And so it says this week is a week to, if we needed any direction in terms of what Two Worlds was telling us, right? In terms of what Two Worlds was telling us, Hematite is coming in and saying, if you needed any direction about what you need to focus on this week, the physical may be what needs the more focus, right? Maybe we've been being a little too woo-woo and a little too in our heads, and the physical body needs some focus. So go out, get yourself a little massage, turn on some music, move your body, wind your waist, get a little dance on, get a little twerk church happening, right? Do those things. Shout out to the folks out at Free the Cheeks in Oakland that have twerk church, right? Get in your body this week, right? Stretch, yes, have some fun, sing a song, clap your hands, activate that ori of the hands, activate those somatic things in your body. All right, this week is a week for us to do that. Give thanks. Sappho, good to see you this morning. I love you. And good to have run into you in the ATL. I love running into y'all out in the streets. And let me tell you something. Talking about physical and talking about connecting. Don't let me find out that y'all see me in the street, in the physical, and don't come speak to me. This is another thing. Don't think I don't live in the computer. Okay, I'm a real person. If you see me in the street, you bet to come say hello and say Alafia. Don't just save the Alafias for YouTube. Come say hi to me. Okay, I want to give you a hug. I want to say hello. I want to look you in your face and see you and thank you for your energy. Like, please don't think that I'm sitting out here like, I'm not stush at all, right? I am a regular old Harlem girl, and I need you to come say, what's up, Iya? How you doing? Oh, I love you, and let me give you a hug and let me say what's up. Okay, Ambi, don't let me find out you done seen me, because I found out, I'll get an inbox later. Oh, Iya, I saw you, but I didn't want to bother you. It is never a bother. I need you to come say hello, right? I need to be connected to you when you see me. All right. So it is important to do that and connect in, right? Make that connection. Know that I am not, right? I'm not woo-woo. I'm not floating off in the ethers. I'm real. I'm a real person. Aw, shout outs. Oh, thank you to all of y'all saying my hugs are the best. I love a hug. I love to give some hugs consensually, right? If you're into hugs, I'm not just going to grab on you, but you let me know it's all right, and we're gonna hug. We're gonna be together. We're gonna, right? I love that. So please, right? Like, let's connect. I know some people are, and it might get to the point where it's too much and I can't, but for now, I need you to say what's up, okay? If you see me, and connect to me that way. That is important. I'm going to read the prosperity message too, because, we always calling in all that goodness. In all your financial and business dealings, be authentic and down to earth. Keep it right. Keep it tight. Keep it real. Dreaming is good. It helps you to be creative and enthusiastic, but you also need to have a firm foundation for building wealth and sustaining the prosperity you desire. Hematite's message to you regarding wealth and money is to be practical today. Ooh, child. Wait, let me, because Iya don't like to be practical. I like cute stuff. Let me close up my collar. Let me clutch my elect case. Go over your paperwork, check your investments, pay what you owe, and be respectful of the riches that come to you. Take a moment to feel grateful for all that you have and for the help of Hematite with its energy of groundedness in maintaining your prosperity so you can enjoy it for a long time to come. All right, so we all gonna be a little bit better this week. We gonna get the finances in order. We're going to save a little bit more to create a foundation, right? That anvil of Ogun, to have a steady foundation underneath of us. We're gonna be a little bit better about that this week. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thank you, Chris, our resident crystal expert, for this information about hematite. Yes, heme, referencing iron, so connected to Ogun. Hematite is big Ogun energy. And, right, interestingly, again, coming to the two worlds. So Ogun and Oshosi, they go together so that the energy is generated and is directed. And so hematite is that type of energy. It is generating a lot of energy, and it's also helping us have the grounding to be able to utilize that energy in a good way. Thank you, honey Oshunwemi Mo, for getting the giving started this morning. If you're feeling blessed this morning and you would like to participate in the ministry of giving, you are lovingly invited to do so right here on YouTube. You can also do so via Cashapp, $ Iya Funlayo, or using Venmo at Ashe Ire, or Funlayo at AsheIre.com for PayPal and Zelle. We are thankful for each and every cent and seed that you sow into the ministry. We're thankful for all the offerings that came in yesterday on every platform, and we pray for your offerings to multiply and return to you 1,000,000 times. And I remind you, as I do every time, that the most important thing, the most precious thing, the most valuable thing that you have is not your money, but it is that tea, your time, your energy, and your attention. And so I need you to only sip it slow, sip it, savor it, and only spend it in places and with people who uplift you, who invigorate you, who remind you to be yourself, right? And to stay grounded even as you are on your spiritual journey and your spiritual path. Thank you to those who are giving on other platforms. We are so grateful for your offerings and pray for them to multiply. Ambi, thank you very much for your offering this morning. Sip that tea slow. Sip that tea slow. That time, that energy, and attention, non-renewable currency. Family, I love you. I'm going to go on ahead and let us be great for the week. Remember to take our messages from two worlds. Remember to take our message from hematite, right? Pay attention to the practical as well as the spiritual. Get yourself grounded. Save a little money this week. Oh, I'm going to try. Save a little money this week, right? Be a little practical. Keep yourself grounded. Remember your body. Get a massage. Take a bath. Hug on somebody if you got somebody to hug on, right? And just be connected in that way. Remember that our bodies are also sacred and holy spaces. And so it is important to honor them. Ashe, ashe, ashe. If you're new to the family, we welcome you. And I invite you to come on over to AsheIre.com, where you can get some more of these blessings we've got for you over there, including my ebook, where you can learn our prayer that we say each Sunday morning, as well as other goodies. My white bath is still available in the shop. It's almost gone, y'all. You already know I make small batches, so it's almost gone. The Ori ointment is also almost gone. So I invite you to go on over there and grab you something as well. Save the dates. Hey, my favorite time of year, December 20th, we will have our 8th annual Black Spirit Solstice Summit. I'm so excited to welcome us into the space again on December 20th for the 8th year in a row. Some of our community faves will be with us, and it is going to be a high time, as it always is. So be sure that you are on the email list. If you are new to the family, please make sure that when you pop over to ashayuray.com, you join the email list so that you stay connected to all of the things that we have going on at the temple. Yes, family. Y'all have a beautiful week. Hey, NEJB will be joining us at the summit for the first time. We give thanks. Thank you all for being here this morning. Yes, have a glorious and grounded week. And I'll see you soon. Oh, Dabo family.